And I know you've all heard you have to lift weights. And I'm going to go out on a short limb and guess that many of you already are lifting weights. And some of you are even lifting weights in a group training environment. But the real opportunity is going to be to actually train with weights. And most women will work out with weights, most will exercise with weights, but they're not actually weight training. And when we get into training, true training, that's where we can start to individualize what we're doing, and we can actually really move beyond that generalized exercise where we just get some health, some wellness, some strength benefits. Now we can get the benefits that the individual actually wants. When we look at training, what does that mean? It's going to be large multi-joint lifts, which again, in a good group training program, you're going to be doing. The difference is you're going to be using a weight that's going to challenge you. And from one workout to the next, you just need to be a little bit better, right? So that means that you can't come in and always do the barbell row with 35 pounds week in and week out and week in and week out. You might, if you couldn't barely do 35 pounds over time, you might be able to do 35 pounds 10 times or 12 times, but you're not going to move beyond that. So, again, maybe this week you perform one more rep. Maybe your technique's better. Maybe you pause at the bottom instead of bouncing. Maybe you control the lowering phase. Maybe you increase your range of motion. All of those things can represent progress, and they're all good. And I'm not saying the goal is necessarily to chase forever heavier weights at the expense of form and at the risk of getting hurt. The goal is to create more tension on your muscle and give you a simple way to make sure you're making progress. Like, you don't want to get to where you can barbell row 35 pounds 12 times and never move beyond that. We want to be able to get better. And one of the simplest ways out of all of them to drive getting better, to make sure that you're improving, to make sure from the last time you did workout A to the next time you do workout A, you are definitely moving forward, is something called the double progressive. I love it because it removes guessing. I use it all the time with my clients. It tells you exactly what success looks like, because every time you repeat a workout, you will know in black and white if you get better. Quite simply, how does it work? There's a repetition range, say 8 to 12 reps. Look at the center box on the screen. And let's say the exercise doesn't matter. Let's say we use 100 pounds. Today we do the workout. We're going to shoot for 8 to 11 reps. Set 1, we get 11. Set 2, we get 10. Set 3, we get 8. Next workout, we stay at 100 pounds, and we have to be just a little bit better this workout. So we're going to try to get more than 11 reps. Boom, we got 12. Set number 2, we're going to try to beat 10. We got 11 reps. Set number 3, we're going to try and beat what we got last time. We get 11 reps. Next workout, we stay at 100 pounds. We don't need to go over 12 reps, but we worked at 12, stop. Set 2, last time we got 11. Today we get 12. Boom, right then and there, in black and white, you are better. And this is probably the biggest opportunity, if you take nothing else away from today, the biggest opportunity to get better and simply start using this tool to actually train with weights. It's this. And it's next to impossible to do this in the group training environments. I tried it. You just can't with a variety of clients coming and going. You don't know who's always coming. It doesn't work. But applying this to your weight training will be a game changer. Set 3, you get 12 reps. So now we did all 3 sets of 12 reps with 100 pounds. Next workout, we go up and weight. Go to 105, go to 110. It doesn't matter. And then we start over with trying to be 1 rep better. It's that simple. And this starts to set us up to actually train. And I want you to notice something. Like, we don't need necessarily a new workout. We don't need muscle confusion. In fact, that was BS created by the Weeders to sell training courses through mail order. We don't necessarily need a new Instagram exercise. We simply need to become a little better than we were last time we did the workout. That's how physiques are built, not through dramatic changes. but through small improvements that compound over time with a large multi-joint lifts